Hey, this is Jim with Power Equipment Direct, your product expert for pressure washers. Let's talk about starting your own business. So say you're a contractor, you do home improvement on the side or something like that. You want to add an additional revenue stream. A lot of people find after using one of these things a couple times that they enjoy it. There's a market for it. You can make money on it. With a small investment of one of our Start Your Own Business kits, we provide all the equipment you would need. It's professional equipment. All the accessories come with it. It's a great investment to up your income a little bit more, and we have everything you need. You're looking for a pressure washer, you don't know where to go, you don't know where to start, you're surfing our website. We have it laid out pretty easy for you to look at. It's based under electric and gas. You can go under consumer, semi-pro, professional. Really what you're looking for, again, is how often you're going to use that machine, and what you want to spend is the main thing. Obviously, the more you spend, the more perks you get. The heavier duty pumps, the heavier duty engines you're going to get on that pressure washer. Probably a little higher PSI. People always ask, is PSI or GPM important? They both are. The amount of flow or the gallon per minute is the volume of water behind that pressure is also going to aid in cleaning your surface much faster as well. All right, let's talk about saving money. A lot of people will rent these units and they'll use it for one or two things around the house. You're paying a fair amount for renting. You don't know what you're going to get. You don't know what kind of condition that unit's going to be in when you rent it. Renting 2 or 3 times, by the time you do that, you could have bought a unit. You know what you have to work with. Yeah, you might start off by cleaning 1 or 2 things, your sidewalk, your deck, your driveway. Before you know it, you're going to be washing all kinds of stuff with it. You're going to find uses all over the place. Your gutters, you're doing your cars, you're doing your sidewalks, and you're going to be the envy of the neighborhood. So you're going to use it a lot more than you think you're going to use it. If you're going to use it more often, you want more power, you want to get up over 3,000 PSI to do a better job on your siding or on your sidewalk or deck, gas is going to be the way to go. They're much more powerful. 9 times out of 10, if something breaks, it can be replaced. If a pump goes out, you can buy a new pump and put that on there at a nominal cost. The fittings are pretty easily accessible. All your hoses and accessories are going to fit pretty much the same way. So they're going to be a lot more economical in that respect and much more versatile. There's going to be some maintenance involved, but they are definitely more powerful. They're going to be more effective, and you're going to go a longer way with that gas pressure washer. It's going to save you money in the long run, and you get a lot more done with it. All right, so let's talk about portability. You can throw them in your truck, you can take them to your cabin out in the woods, you can take them to your dock and do your boat, you can do your RV, you can do your siding. As long as you have gas or electric and you have a water source, you're good to go with these. So a direct drive pressure washer basically means that the pump is directly connected to the engine. It's directly bolted onto the engine. A belt drive pressure washer, on the other hand, has the belt separated from the engine. It's connected via a pulley and a belt, and it's running at about half the RPM as a direct drive. So it's really going to last longer for you. It's going to be a little quieter. And that's really the kind of pressure washer you want to go with if you're doing long jobs. You've got jobs you do all day long. You're running that pressure washer at least 2 to 3 hours continuously. You definitely want to go with a belt drive pressure washer at that point. Again, you're separating the heat transfer between the pump and the engine of the belt drive. So you're going to get a longer life out of that. It's going to work for you and on those longer jobs much, much better. So we got a wide range of pumps over here on the table, starting from a vertical shaft axial cam pump to a direct drive standard 3/4 inch axial cam pump to a standard triplex pump. It's a little bit more heavy duty triplex pump. You can pretty much see the difference right off the bat in the size and the construction of these. You're going to have an unloader on these as well on some of these higher end. This would be your unloader. This is going to be used for adjusting your pressure. What you see on our website in this shows adjustable pressure. That's what we're talking about. You can loosen this up or tighten it down to increase or decrease the pressure on the pressure washer. That's an option that is really nice to have, because if you're doing delicate work, you're doing stucco or something like that, you're trying to clean some siding that's really delicate, you can reduce the pressure on that pressure washer. You know, they got a consumer brand pressure washer. They want to put a higher end pump on there. You can, you're not really gaining much by doing that. You still have a consumer grade engine, so the engine's not really matched up to the performance and the quality of the pump. If you really want to, you can, but you're not really gaining much out of it. All right, so as we move on to the professional models over here, this would be your Pressure Pro belt drive. It's going to be a professional model. It's got a professional grade engine on it. Professional grade triplex pump. Again, it's belt drive. You can see the frame is much heavier duty. The wheels are much heavier duty, larger wheels, never flat tires, so they're never going to go flat on you. But again, very good quality. It's going to last you much, much longer, do a much better job for you. Again, the belt drive is going to be for your jobs where you're running that thing continuously for at least 2 to 3 hours at a time on a job. maintain it, take good care of it. That'll last you for many number of years. So how does a hot water pressure washer work? It's basically a cold water pressure washer feeding a burner with a coil that's heating the water up and then going through your spray gun. You'll see the term that's going to be 120 or 150 degree temperature rise. That really means that whatever temperature you're feeding to that heater, it's going to add that additional temperature to it. So if you're feeding 50 degree water to it, it's a 100 degree rise. You're going to end up with 170 degree water coming out at the other end of that unit. You can definitely use a hot water pressure washer to do cold water pressure washing. You don't have to use the heater. You can always bypass that. That's just an extra added benefit. You're typically using hot water pressure washers for cleaning grease, gum, things like that, but typically more for greasy applications, mainly in body shops, things like that, cars and trucks and things of that nature. So when you've got a hot water pressure washer, yeah, you definitely want to find accessories rated for hot water. Your hoses have to be rated for the hot water, depending on the temperature and the pressure rating. Your accessories need to be rated for that hot water as well. So you need to be aware of what temperature you're dealing with in that water and make sure that those accessories are rated for that temperature. After all this great information we provided for you today, you're still on the fence, you're still not sure what you want to look for, go to pressurewashersdirect.com/best. and you'll find all the recommended pressure washers, all the best accessories, and they're all based on information from customers like you. Again, you're going to find the best of the best over there. Everything's going to be there. Again, if you have any other questions, we're here to help you as well. Everything else you need to know is going to be right there for you to check out. If you're still not sure, feel free to give us a call. We're here to help you.